Hey everyone, welcome to SearchEV. This is Prashant and today we are here to check out yet another a high voltage electric bike, Raptee T30. This is T30 by Raptee, a Chennai based EV company, and this bike has been in the making for the past 7 years. This bike was first showcased in 2024 and it was supposed to hit the roads in early 2025. Now it's been over a year and finally the bike is here and we are excited to ride it, test it and review it. Before I start off, here is something really cool I want you guys to know about this bike. This bike is a high voltage bike, which basically means it utilizes high voltage architecture, unlike other bikes which usually uses low voltage architecture. Basically, there are two advantages because of this tech. One, it generates less heat and there are less thermal stress onto the components. And the second advantage is it charges really fast. So basically, it can use your CCS2 charger, which you use for the cars, to charge this bike, and it charges from 20 to 80% in under 40 minutes. So we rode this bike for 2 whole days across different situations, on open roads, in city traffic and even on muddy roads. As usual, what we'll be doing is we'll be rating this bike across 6 different parameters and finally arrive at an SeV score which will help you decide if this bike is for you or not. Here are a little bit of details about this bike. So the bike carries the distinctive aesthetic that every urban roadster or a street bike lover will definitely appreciate. It carries a clean minimalistic design that is evenly constructed using sharp edges and noticeable curves. In fact, it has a more sleek and practical design that most of the riders will easily get used to. If you've seen a Dominar or a KTM 250, I would put this bike in that size category. So the bike comes in 4 different colors, white and black, which are common to both T30 and T30 Sport variants. Grey color is reserved for T30 and red color is reserved for the Sport variant. The front looks clean and aggressive at the same time. It has robot face frameless headlight with these evident LED DRLs that makes an X shape. Looks unique and futuristic, something that won't go unnoticed on the roads. The side panel is the unique standout element when you see this bike. It completely covers all the components, the battery, motor, wires, etc. So nothing's really exposed and everything is intact and protected. While it adds a visual appeal because of the clean finish and sharp front end, the plastics are very evident everywhere you touch. I must say it's not everybody's cup of tea. The bike sits on a custom built steel trellis frame that houses all the components and the battery pack. It is claimed to be strong and should deliver that steady feel while riding. At the rear, Raptee T30 has these curved elements and a sporty LED taillight setup mounted on the extended tail section. It comes with reflectors and a number plate. The grab handles are also provided for practicality, which is good. The sporty lines, angular bodywork do give it that futuristic electric bike vibe. Honestly, I wouldn't put this bike exactly in street biking category. I would see more of this as a power cruiser bike. Here is where I have to be completely honest. The fit and finish of the bike is somewhat okay. The paint quality, the plastics and the overall build, they do need some work considering the price tag of 2.5 lakhs. I would have expected tighter panel gaps and better build quality materials. It's not terrible, but Raptee could have improved here. Raptee T30 is one of those bikes that will not disappoint you when it comes to housing all the features you need in one single package. Some of the features I loved in this bike include a large 7-inch TFT touchscreen that displays all the basics like the riding range, speedometer, trip meter and battery level. In addition to the basics, the display can also help you with a ton of information like the ride analytics, turn-by-turn navigation, phone connectivity for receiving calls and messages, vehicle diagnostics, etc. You get a dedicated button here for hill hold assist, which is really helpful and thoughtful for Raptee to include. The bike also has other features that you would need in a bike like the TPMS, AI trip planner, service booking, smartphone and smartwatch connectivity, regenerative braking and a lot more. When it comes to features, we feel the Raptee T30 has you covered with everything you need. No jargon or unnecessary things that will cost you extra money. All the things are in one single package and everything is included. I felt one thing is missing, which is the traction control, which would have been good if it was also there. There is also a button for cruise control, it is not yet enabled. Now let's talk about the most important part of the bike, the performance. The bike has this sporty posture which will invite you to ride the bike really fast. Now because it carries the high voltage architecture, we expect the bike also to perform in a very well manner. It has a 22 kilowatt IPMS motor that employs ride-by-wire throttle control. Delivers 70 Newton meters of torque, which is more than sufficient for those fast rides. It does not really compare with the likes of F77 or X47 in terms of power and throttle, but will definitely keep you happy. The motor is not really silent, but rather feels a little loud, especially when you're trying to accelerate the bike. You are actually surprised as to how good the bike performs and how well the power is delivered when you need it. If you're someone used to riding a performance or a sports bike, this will definitely not disappoint you. There are 3 ride modes: comfort, power and sprint, and all the modes have predefined levels of regenerative braking which will help with the battery efficiency. The top speed of the bike is 135 km per hour in the sprint mode, and the acceleration is pretty linear and sufficient. You can do around 0 to 60 km per hour in just 3.5 seconds. The bike comes with only one 5.4 kWh battery option, which has a claimed IDC range of 200 km on a full charge. After riding this bike for 150 km, we felt the bike is really responsive and nimble, especially in the power and sprint mode. The linear power up and down while riding felt very comfortable, especially on the highways. With what we experienced in 2 days, we can say it delivers around 110 to 120 km in the real world conditions using the bike with a mix of all three modes. The real world range of 120-130 km might not be sufficient for someone who likes to take their bikes occasionally out on long rides. The bike feels pretty good in terms of seating and comfort. The bike felt pretty comfortable on roads, in city traffic and on highways. I am 6 feet tall and I don't have any issues getting on or off this bike or even to have my foot placed flat. The seat height is 790 mm, which should be okay even for someone who is 5'5" or 5'6". A split seat setup is provided which feels comfortable to sit on and ride. For the riders, there is enough cushioning to help in riding for those long durations. The foot legs are placed back like a sports bike, might be something you'll need to get used to, especially when riding it through the city traffic. Your thighs can wrap around the side panels, further easing you to comfortably ride this bike. The curb weight of the bike is 177 kg, which should be okay for most of the riders to ride in straight lines. Cornering the bike and taking those sharp overtakes will need some getting used to, considering the most of the weight can be felt at the front. You get a 37 mm USD fork at the front and a preload adjustable monoshock suspension setup on the bike. We felt the suspension was too firm. It felt okay when we were on good roads and highways, but the strain will definitely be felt when you are on uneven surfaces, potholes or humps. You get a dual channel 320 mm front disc brakes and 230 mm rear disc brake setup on this bike. Our experience with the Raptee T30 in terms of riding and handling has been somewhat satisfactory. While we felt the power of the bike is really impressive, the suspension and handling were not really plush. Riding through sharp edges, broken patches or potholes and maneuvering around the sharp turns was definitely something we felt needs to be improved. We always emphasize how important the safety features are in an electric bike. Now it is what helps us ride worry-free. Now Raptee T30 will have you covered with everything you need in terms of safety. The bike is designed with high voltage architecture and is claimed to emit 25x less heat than a normal electric bike. This will help in reducing overheating, the risk of wires and other components getting burned. It also employs high voltage tech similar to cars with automatic power cutoffs in case of any leaks or component failures. You'll get hill assist, dual disc brakes, TPMS, advanced battery management system, cloud diagnostics, ride-by-wire throttle control and a lot more that adds up to the overall safety. While we feel the bike misses some functions like ADAS and traction control, we still feel for a bike in its first generation has a good balance of all the safety features we need. So the charging is where the Raptee T30 really differs. It employs high voltage HV technology which is similar to the cars. This enables you to charge the bike really fast and charge it even in CCS2 car charging stations. Raptee T30 comes with a 3.3 kWh onboard charger which can be used to charge in any regular 3-pin socket. It takes around 1 hour to charge from 20 to 80% as claimed by the brand. The real magic is with the DC charging port that you get with the bike. You can charge the bike using any CCS2 charger from 20 to 80% in under 36 minutes. We tried this after draining the battery completely and it took us around 45 minutes to charge the bike from 0 to 60%. The bike is offered in two different variants, Raptee T30 and Raptee T30 Sport. Both bikes come with a standard 8-year or 80,000 km warranty for the battery and 3 years or 30,000 km for the vehicle. In addition to the warranty being offered, the owners also get 1 year of doorstep service and 1 year of roadside assistance. Shows how committed Raptee is in providing better customer service. We also feel the warranty that comes with the bike is really good. You get like 8 years of warranty and there are no hidden fees or like extras that you will have to pay. It is clean and straightforward. So let's talk about what's really good about this bike. The first thing has to be the HV tech. The bike employs high voltage architecture, which basically means less thermal stress on the components, less heat generation and faster charging abilities. So you can use a CCS2 charger to charge your bike. The second thing has to be the performance. The bike performs really well, especially in the sprint mode. It can go really fast and the speed delivery is very linear. You will definitely like it. The third point has to be the warranty. So basically the bike comes with 8 years of warranty for the battery, 3 years for the bike and 1 year of roadside assistance and 1 year of doorstep service, which is really good. So what's not so good about this bike? The first thing has to be the fit and finish of the bike itself. It is average. The panel gaps are evident. The plastic quality is not that great. We feel it could have been really better. The second point has to be the range. We feel the range is not that great. A real world range of 130 kilometers is not really enough for the riders. We feel a better battery management or a bigger battery pack could be offered. So the third thing has to be the maneuverability. The bike really needs you to put the shoulder in order to make those sharp turns and overtakes. This could have been better considering the bike can go really fast. After testing this bike for 2 whole days, this is how we rate it for 6 different parameters. Design and build 3.5 out of 5, features 3.5 out of 5, performance and handling 3.5 out of 5, ride and handling 3 out of 5, safety 3.5 out of 5, charging and warranty 4.5. So the overall SEV score is 6 out of 10, which is okay considering this bike is the first iteration from the brand. Before we wrap up, here is what I feel about the Raptee T30. The bike comes with distinctive features and has a good feel of it, right? The way I feel when I sit on this bike, the way I feel when I ride this bike, and the way it accelerates when I need the bike to accelerate, it gives me a very good riding experience. Couple it with HV tech and the charging abilities that it can bring in, and also the safety features that you can get in this bike, not on any other electric bike, makes us feel a little positive. But the fit and finish of the bike, weight distribution, braking and handling, especially on the higher speeds, definitely needs some tweaks and work. I would say this bike is for someone who wants an electric bike without usual compromises. So, Raptee has taken over 7 years to bring the first high voltage electric bike to the Indian market. Now, the warranty that the bike comes with, the roadside assistance and also the doorstep service only tells you how serious the brand is in providing a good customer experience. Well, would I buy this bike? Considering that I live in Bangalore, the service network is still limited. Now the brand is still building that network, and also the bike itself has not been tried and tested by a larger audience. I would wait for some more time before I make a decision. But I feel confident about the brand's commitment and the product itself. My perception might change in the next 1 or 2 years. Thanks for watching this video. Would you buy Raptee T30 or look for other options? Let us know in the comments below. Also subscribe to SearchEV and make sure you hit that bell icon. And for more information about this bike, you can visit our website searchev.co. Till then, ride safe and stay charged.